All right. Let's try that again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is that time. Another Battle of the Hawks matchup, this time for the 14U Ecc Championship. Caleb Brown here to bring you all of the action in the 14U division as the captains meeting at midfield for the coin toss. For the Suntree Viera Hawks, your captains tonight, number 12, Lucas Avanzado. Number 62, Thomas Rex Campbell. Number 28, Derek Schmadicke. And number 8, Brian Moss. Those are the numbers for the Suntree Viera Hawks. I'll try to get you the numbers for the Port Orange Hawks. Mason Emmons looks to be a captain for the Port Orange Hawks. All right, as the official comes to midfield, talks to the captains, and we're going to get the coin toss. We're going to be here until the champion is crowned. Again, tag the friends, family who can't be here today. Let them know they can watch 14U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Pleasure to bring you this great championship game, and it's going to be a great one for the Suntree Viera Hawk program. 8U, unfortunately, fell to DeLand or Deltona. I can't remember which one. Unfortunately, they fell in an upset victory, and I say upset via seeding. The Suntree Viera Hawks beat the 11U Satellite Beach Scorpions, and in a 28-0 fashion. So we have at least one Suntree Viera Hawk team advancing and the other one looking to advance. Okay, my bad. Thank you. So it was the 6U team. The 6U team lost to Deltona. Good season for that 6U team. And I've had a pleasure of calling a lot of their games this season. And 8U, okay, that's right. 8U Deltona beat Flagler. And here we go, Port Orange as the team shake hands. As we ready, blast over the speaker system, live here from the beautiful campus of Astronaut High School, home of Coach Halleck and the Astronaut High School War Eagles. And the Port Orange Hawks, the Suntree Viera Hawks completely disregarded the entrance and just came to the field. Or Port Orange waiting to make their arrival. And here comes the Port Orange Hawks. Here we go. Yes. 6U Deltona beat the 6U Hawks. Battle of the Hawks again, this time, this one for the ECC Championship. And it looks like Port Orange will be kicking off to Suntree Viera.
I'd like to say a special hello to the cheerleaders down there for Port Orange Hawks.
I have rosters for both squads, so
Real soon here at the Silver Spurs Arena. Also the Suntree Viera cheerleaders over there. Hopefully we'll be seeing them. They'll be November, the Thanksgiving Day or Thanksgiving weekend.
number 4 set to do the kicking for Port Orange. That's going to be Colton Prospect. Prospect puts toe to leather, and it looks like it's going to be attempt to be an onside kick, and that'll be a penalty on Port Orange. So Suntree Viera Hawks will get excellent field position to start the game here.
And Suntree will take over first and 10.
Start inside the Port Orange 43-yard line. Again, in there is Kaylin McGuinn. Sends a man in motion. McGuinn looks, fires, and incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Hawks.
Someone sent me a shout out here. A happy birthday wish to Tyree Williams, number 14.
All right, here we go. Lineup I formation. Schmadeke, the deep back. Schmadeke takes the toss, and he'll try to get some room, and he'll pick up a couple of yards there. Lead blocker there was number 8, Brian Moss. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 8. He'll pick up about 2 yards on that previous play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8 here for the Suntree Viera Hawks.
And about 8 for the Suntree Hawks.
This can go either way here. They're going to line up 2 receivers each side, 1 tight end. Check that, no tight ends. Sends a man in motion. Drops back to pass, surveying the field, rolling right. Gives a stiff arm, and McGuinn picks up a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. Callan that time rolled right, was looking for a receiver, saw nobody, delivered a big stiff arm, which propelled him on that run, and will pick up enough for a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. Like to say hello to Brian Moss's grandparents watching from Winter Park. Come up, I formation again. Moss, the fullback, gives out to Schmadeke. Tries to go a little counter move. Schmadeke will pick up a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 8. Number 73 was on the tackle there. Don't have us. Oh, wait, wrong roster. Mason Emmons on the tackle for Port Orange. McGuinn goes on the now screen, and beautiful job and tackled. That's going to be number 12, Lucas Avanzado. Got him right there on the now screen, picks up a first down, and it will be first and goal. First and goal from, I believe, about the 9-yard line. Yes, and Brevard Sports Network would like to thank you all for your support all season long. McQuinn under center. Play action. He's going to roll right, looking, fires back across his body. Had a receiver open, incomplete. He was looking for number 1, Kellen Fox. Looking, that one looked like a little. It was a bit high, but Fox had an opportunity to bring that one down. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line.
So the winner of this game will end up in Lake Mary. 10 a.m. will be their game. They'll be playing it out with the Mid-Florida Conference.
McQuinn in the gun. Schmadeke on his left hip. And whistles blow this one dead. False start on Suntree Viera. That'll back him up 5 yards.
6:46 left to go in the first quarter of regulation play.
6:44 left to go here in the first quarter of the 14U Ecc Championship game. McQuinn in the huddle. Going to come up. It's going to spread them all out. 4 wide receivers. Schmadeke again on the left hip. Sends Fox in motion. McQuinn surveying. Steps up, and he's got pressure. And great job by that Port Orange defense keeping him corralled. Again, that's going to be number 73 there. Mason Ammons, who's going to be... He's going to be a matchup issue. The score is 0-0. This is the first drive of the ball game. Coming up on 5:40 left to go here in the first quarter.
Third down, goal to go.
3rd and goal from about the 14-yard line. Sends Fox in motion. They're going to fake. Give it to Fox. Kellen Fox has got room, and he will take a hit. But it's going to bring up now fourth and goal. Let's see where they spot it. Kellen Fox on the jet sweep motion. Gets it back to about the 7-yard line. 4th and goal from the 7 now. The Hawks are going to go for it. McQuinn drops back. Rolling out right, steps up. He's going to be corralled and brought down. Turnover on downs as the Port Orange Hawks come up with a big stop. I believe that was made by number 6, John Riley. And that is a big stop there for Port Orange as the Suntree Viera Hawks drove into the red zone. And unfortunately, drive gets stalled out. And the negative play starts there with the penalties. It started there with the false start penalty. You had 1st and goal at the 9, backs you up to the 4, or backs you up to the 14 rather. I promise I know how to do math. And look, this Port Orange defense, they're not a slouch of a defense. They're one. You cannot give them free plays. I've seen this Port Orange defense once this year against Satellite Beach. So now we got the Port Orange offense taking over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
He's actually 58. I said 85. I'm less Dixon. Sorry.
There's a snap. There's the now screen. Number 4 down the sideline. Number 4 has got some running room. And number 4, Colton Prospect. Prospect does an excellent job getting to the outside and gets a big gain on the now screen. It will be now 1st and 10 on about the 32, 33-yard line. There's a handoff right up the middle. And right now, Port Orange is doing what they want. 2 plays have picked up huge chunk yards for Port Orange. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from their own.
24-3 to the Lions, just in case anybody wants to know.
48. Swing pass, and again, there's the now screen to number 12. Number 12 down the sideline. He's got one man to beat, pushed out of bounds. That's going to be Alexander Creasy. Alexander Creasy picking up huge gains. And look, I had a chance to speak to the 14U coach of Port Orange, and he felt pretty confident. 3:22 left to go, no score.
That was Alexander Creasy, the ball carrier. 1st and 10, he puts it into Viera territory.
There's a snap, and he'll be brought down after picking up about 4 yards near the 20-yard line. Again, Port Orange, little sugar, no huddle, just calling it at the line. There's the now screen and incomplete. Looking for Colton Prospect again, who had a huge gain on the first play of their offensive possession. I believe that's number 21 is their quarterback. It's Jaden Washington.
2nd and about 6 now for the Port Orange Hawks. They are inside Viera territory.
As the referees are going to take a moment to fix the change. It's going to be 3rd down. It's 3rd and about 6 for Port Orange. Washington swings it out to Prospect. Prospect taken down. And it's going to bring up 4th down now for the Port Orange Hawks. 0-0 here with 2.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. Washington in the gun for Port Orange. Drops back to pass. Surveying, he's motioning right, fires to the end zone, he's got a man, and it's dropped incomplete. So now each team on their opening possession gets down to the red zone. Ironically, both teams having a man wide open in the end zone and not able to complete the pass. And again, we remain scoreless with 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from about the 23, 24 yard, their own 24-yard line is Suntree Viera. Come out in the I formation. Moss the up back, Schmadeke the deep back. And there's the handoff, and Schmadeke brought down right at the line of scrimmage. .146 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. McQuinn under center. He's going to play action to Schmadeke. He's got a man, and there's a little miscommunication there. It's going to be 3rd and 10 with 1:20 left to go here in the first. He was looking to hit number 12. It's Lucas Avanzado. I think McWin was looking for the go route, and Avanzado ran the post. Play action. McWin looking. He's going to carry it himself. He will be pushed out of bounds. It will depend on where they spot this ball. That's going to be a close one. Depends on where he stepped out and where they spot him. And it's going to bring up fourth down here from about the 30.
Fourth down now for the Viera Hawks. Ball placed just at the 29.
Fourth and about 5 here for Suntree Viera. 55 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. No score.
Snapperdoodle in the house. And flags are flying. I believe there's an encroachment call going to be going on there.
And Port Orange moves, and that'll move it for a Suntree Viera Hawks first down. So Port Orange feeling generous, giving them 5 yards here on the encroachment. Winner of this game plays at 10 o'clock in Lake Mary. I formation again. And they're going to run the clock out. That will be the end of the first quarter. Each team driving to the red zone, not able to put points on the board. We are scoreless after one. 0-0 in the Battle of the Hawks. I'm going to mute the mic for just a quick second and catch my breath. Coming back with second quarter action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, here we go. A fresh 10 on the clock as the start of the second quarter. Suntree Viera Hawks will take over first and 10 from the 39-yard line. BSN would like to thank Suntree Viera for sponsoring today's 14U game. As McWin going back to that, as now they're bringing in number 87, Shane Odom. And that's going to be a toss to Schmadeke. Schmadeke around the left side, trying to get around. And he's got defenders all over him. A gang of Hawks taking him out. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he picks up a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9 here for the Suntree Viera Hawks.
She was a wee lad. Now look at him.
Here we go. 2nd and 9. 9 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. No score as now whistles will blow this one dead, and it'll be a timeout taken by Suntree Viera. Looked like a communication issue. I'd like to give a shout out to the Port Orange, to a Port Orange player. Starting to see some action today. Sean Peterson, number 26. I know he's got 4 brothers watching, and we hope they enjoy the broadcast. And again, Sean Peterson. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here. 9:06 left to go here in the second quarter. No score on the board. McWynn comes out in the gun. Schmadeke on his left hip. Sends a man in motion. Now he's going to give it off, and it's going to be a reverse. Back to Fox on the reverse. And Fox has himself a nice gain. Looks like he's going to be just about short, about a yard short. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 here. For Suntree Viera. They're steady, keeping contain on that defensive line for Port Orange. It's going to be Cameron Johnson, their number 7. Schmadeke, or Wynn, drops back to pass, swings it out to Schmadeke and overthrows him. That was Cameron Johnson on the coverage from his defensive end position.
Once again, if you're arriving, we'd like to welcome everybody here to the wonderful Astronaut High School field, home of the War Eagles.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 1. Got to pick up a yard here. Again, it's going to be no easy feat against that defensive line of Port Orange. But I think I know where this one's going. Fumble on the snap. And Port Orange will take over on downs. Ball recovered there by number 40. Ryan O'Neill comes up with the ball. But it was a turnover on downs anyway. And communication issues between McWynn and his center. First turnover of the game. Washington brings his Hawks to the line. I formation. Oh, though they're real tight. They're going that. And look at that, right up the middle. Power formation with a tight wildcat, essentially. It's going to be number 28. Check that, number 26. Sean Peterson. Peterson going to take it up again. Goes to the opposite gap, but he's still picking up some yards. Still pushing the pile along. And that'll be another first down for Port Orange. So far, no score here. 7:33 left to go here in the second quarter. And right now, Port Orange just doing what they want as far as from a power running perspective. And a timeout called by, that's now the second timeout used by the Suntree Viera Hawks. And I'll tell you what, right now, coach has got to get in their ear. They're running a wildcat formation. They're putting Sean Peterson about 5 to 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, snapping it to him, and everybody's job is just block. And they're going to go right back to that same formation. Peterson back as the back. And Peterson going to try to go right through that A gap. Had him right in the backfield, but he was slippery and elusive. And Peterson picks up another good set of yards. Going to bring up second down. Call it second and about 6. Peterson again has lots of room, but he cuts back inside, and he will pick up. No, he won't. He'll be just short. Third and about 2 here for Peterson inside the red zone. Peterson, that time, number 10, Matthew Wolf, was one of the first Hawks back there for Suntree Viera. Coming up on 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. No score. Fourth and short. And that's going to be that should be a false start. That's going to back up the Hawks, and that'll back them up. And now we got a full. I think we have the field goal unit coming in, or no. This is their offense. They're bringing their offense out. Fourth and about 6 now. Washington in at quarterback. Jaden Washington in the gun. Washington drops back to pass. Being chased. Fires. Incomplete. And a turnover on downs. So we've had 5:24 left to go. We've had 2 drives, each team driving into the other's red zone. And then the defenses are almost in a bend, don't break. They bend, they get into the red zone, and then all of a sudden the defenses get the stops that they need. Again, 5:24, no score on the board. And the Suntree Viera Hawks will take over first and 10. No, the Daytona Bucks lost to Flagler. McWinn in the gun. First and 10, drops back to pass. Fires. He's got Fox and 2 receivers running almost to the same spot. Again, that's got to be a mix-up of somebody not knowing the correct route. I mean, again, you had 2 receivers that were basically running to the exact same spot. Fox was the only one who could try to get a hand on it, and it was incomplete. Now it's going to be, and that's going to be a free 5 yards. So we go from 2nd and 10 to 2nd and 5. Encroachment on the Port Orange Hawks.
And that's an encroachment call. 2nd and 5 now for Viera.
2nd and 5 here for the Hawks. McGuinn under center. He's going to hand off to Schmadeke. Schmadeke tries to go up that B gap, and I'll tell you what, Port Orange is making this statement that if you're going to try to beat them, you're going to have to try to beat them through the air, because right now they are not letting Schmadeke get anything going, but maybe 2-3 yards here and there. Shane Odom checking into the game now. It's going to be 3rd and 5 here. 4.5 left to go in the quarter. McWynn drops back to pass. He's got to get away from pressure. He scrambles, and he'll have himself a Suntree Viera Hawk first down after he needed 5. He picks up about 7 or 8, and that will be enough for a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. And right now, that's the most effective play for Suntree Viera is McWynn's scramble ability. Port Orange almost in a zero coverage. No score, and McWynn is being pressured, and as soon as the ball got there, McWynn had to try to get out of there as Port Orange, again, had that zero coverage, meaning they sent the house, and they got home. It's going to be 2nd and long now. No score here, 3:25 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll call it second and about 20. Four wide receivers, 3 down to the bottom of your screen. 1 sends a man in motion. McWynn's going to toss it to Schmadeke. Schmadeke on a halfback pass and incomplete. He was looking to hit Fox coming down the sideline, who was in double coverage. .242 left to go here in the second quarter. No score. And it's going to bring up 3rd and about 20. Again, 3rd and 20 here. Deep inside their own territory. McWynn. 5 wide receivers. He's going to step up, and he will be swallowed up. That'll be number 22 who will get credit for the tackle for Port Orange. It's John Wheeler on the tackle. Timeout on the field. I didn't see who called it. 2:31 left to go here in the second quarter. No score. Each team, this is the 5th drive of the game. Each team has had 2 drives, has driven into the red zone each of those first 2 drives, and not able to put any points on the board. Here we go. 4th and about 18. As the Suntree Viera Hawks are going to punt this football. And that is a high, sky-high punt. And a Suntree Viera Hawk bounce, and it will be downed just across the 50-yard line. Number 8, Brian Moss, will down the football, and the Port Orange Hawks will begin their 3rd offensive possession with 2:20 left to go here in the second quarter. No score here.
Just at the 48-yard line is where the ball
What?
has been spotted.
Washington comes out in the gun. Washington drops back. It's just going to pump fakes. He's got a man wide open, and it's Caught! Number 3 on the reception. Christian Williams on the big reception. Jaden Washington to Christian Williams, and now the big substitution, and they're going to come out in that power package. And it's going to be Sean Peterson. Now the deep is going to be the back here. Direct snap to Peterson. Peterson trying to go right through the A gap.
Christian Williams, that was the guy. Second down. Hawks in Viera territory.
And it'll bring up second and 7 now as Port Orange trying to climb into the red zone. A minute and a half left. Now they bring out the regular offense. Washington now back in at quarterback. Washington trying to get the attention of somebody. Washington swings it out, and his
That'll bring up third down.
Washington was looking. I think the attention he was trying to get was that receiver. 109 left to go. No score. Port Orange trying to figure something out here. Again, each team's defense is bend but don't break here. Washington drops back. Washington looks. Now he's got pressure. Throws it, and it's completed. And finally brought down at about the 10-yard line. And that'll be first and goal now. That's Christian Williams, the same one who had the big catch at the beginning of this drive. It's now first and goal from about the 5 or 6 yard line. 58 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And right now, this is the closest any team has gotten deep here in the red zone. Here inside 5 yards, if I'm Port Orange, I know exactly what I want to do here. Washington comes out in the gun. Washington looking for the play call. Washington swings it out. And he walks it in to the end zone. Touchdown, Port Orange. Number 14, Caden Anderson on the touchdown reception from 5 yards out. With 51 seconds left to go. Now they're going for the 2-point kick. And it's Colton Prospect on the kick. Prospect. Kick is up. And good. Port Orange puts 8 points on the board with 51 seconds left to go in the first half. 8-0. With 51 seconds left to go here on the Brevard Sports Network. Go ahead and update the chat. And Prospect set to do the kicking.
To receive. 51 seconds left to go before the half.
There's a pooch kick.
Right around the 35-yard line, and he's taken.
And he'll be brought down. 46 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Cameron Johnson was in there on the tackle. And the ball will be
They say that was
yard line for the Viera Hawks.
number 0, Miguel DePina. We go 1st and 10 from their own 40. McWinn under center. McWinn with the now screen here to number 19.
Got a blocker, nothing doing. He is piled.
And he wasn't really to find any running room. Picks up a couple of yards.
Right there. That's going to bring up second down. May have made it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
And that'll be the third and final timeout for the Suntree Viera Hawks with 32 seconds left. 8-0 Port Orange on top. Again, the defense for Suntree Viera is hung in there in this first half as long as they could. However, the big plays made there by Port Orange in that previous drive, big pass from Washington down to Anderson. Not Caden Anderson, try Christian is his name.
All right, back to the action. The teams take the field after the timeout.
And then Anderson put it in the end zone.
Offensive side.
Here we go, 32 seconds left.
Ball snap. He's going to
Steps up, McWinn fires, he throws into double coverage, overthrows the receiver. He was looking for Fox, and anytime they've gone to the air, it's either been Fox or Schmadicke that have had the ball thrown to them. Someone says, let's go Ryan number 40 for the Port Orange Hawks. That's Ryan O'Neill. .25 seconds left. 3rd and 10. McWinn trying, looking, fires, and is that a fumble or is that an incomplete pass? They're waiting to see what the officials call it. Number 12 will get credit with a pass breakup. Oh no, they're calling it a fumble. The white hat is saying, the white hat who was right behind McWinn said his arm was not coming forward. That's a fumble. So the forced fumble given to number 12 Alexander Creasy, forcing that turnover. With 14 seconds. Washington dropping back to pass. He's got all day to throw, swings it out. And there's Anderson. Anderson finally pushed out of bounds, stops the clock with 4 seconds left. Caden Anderson, who scored the previous touchdown.
Hawks going to move the chains. 1st and 10 now as they.
And folks, let me remind you, Port Orange gets the ball to start the second half. So this could be a really big swing of momentum in this football game. Washington in the gun. Washington drops back to pass. Steps up, fires. And nearly intercepted, knocked away. And that will be the final play of the first half with your score. The Port Orange Hawks 8, Suntree Viera 0. We'll be back in about 10 minutes here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, folks. Coming up on about 2 minutes left, and check that note. We're going to get started right now. Right now, the Port Orange Hawks lead Suntree Viera 8-0, and the Port Orange Hawks will get the ball to start the second half. Look, the story of the game is this. The Suntree Viera Hawks have driven the ball in 2 out of the 3 drives, driven the ball to the red zone, come up empty, and the Port Orange Hawks are 1 for 3, or 1 for 2. No, 1 for 3. Check that. 1 for 3 in the red zone, and that one time they pick up 8 points. And that's currently where we stand, getting set to start the second half. Caden Anderson on a 5-yard reception from Jaden Washington has Port Orange up 8-0.
Got a good game going on here. 8-0 is your score. The Port Orange Hawks are on top right now. Fresh set of digits are up on the clock. We are now into the third quarter. Keep in mind the winner of this game will be in Lake Mary.
And that ball will be kicked out of bounds. That'll be a penalty on the Hawks. Illegal procedure, and that will
rest just around the 40-yard line. That's where the Hawks will take over. Port Orange Hawks.
Port Orange will take over 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. So here comes Port Orange, and it's going to be Sean Peterson. No, check that. Jaden Washington coming out with number 6 on his hip. John Riley. Come out, 3 wide receivers. Fires and tries to make a man miss, and that's going to be number 16 on the reception. I believe that's number 15, Richard Maxwell, getting credit for the tackle. Port Orange having a lot of success through the air in the passing game. Jonathan Cooper was on the reception of that pass, and now it'll be right up the middle as he once again slipping through tacklers. That's John Riley pushing the pile forward about 12 yards.
First and 10.
Coming up on 8 minutes, or 8:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Port Orange moving the ball with the ball and the lead, 8-0. And a delayed blitz. Fires, and it's caught.
He catches the ball
and slung out of bounds.
the 35-yard line.
That's going to be number 12, Alexander Creasy. And Creasy having himself a day in receptions. That's now his 3rd reception of the game.
Second and short now.
Washington not doing anything really complicated, just getting it out to his athletes, and his athletes are making plays. I mean, 8:19 left to go here in the third. Drops back to pass. He's going to sling it out again. And incomplete. Number 16, the intended receiver, Jonathan Cooper. I'll stop the clock. It'll be third and about 3 for Port Orange.
And we'd like to ask that everyone please help us by throwing your trash in all the receptacles as you leave. This will help us with the cleaning efforts later.
3rd and short here for Port Orange. Washington drops back to pass again. We got a man wide open, and he's got some room to run. And I believe that might be Cooper again. Check that, Caden Anderson over there, and Anderson picks up a a Port Orange Hawks first down, and they are back in the red zone. Ball spotted at about the 10-yard line. Washington now gives it off to number 6, Riley. Riley fighting forward, and he'll be taken down inside the 5-yard line, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal for Port Orange. And you're going to hand off to Riley again. Riley right up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Port Orange. And it's 14-0 now with 7:21 left to go here in the third quarter.
Ryder Dees was the ball carrier. 14-0 is now your score. 7:21 is what's up on the board in the third quarter of regulation play. Let's see what the Port Orange Hawks will do here with this extra point.
And Port Orange is missing a guy on their special teams, setting up for the 2-point kick. Snap, kick is up and blocked.
And the extra point is no good. 14-0 is now your score.
Mimi says she's proud of John Riley.
That was John Riley on the touchdown on that one as well. Well, 7:21 left to go here in this 14U matchup. We're just arriving. Well, we'd like to welcome you to the War Eagle Stadium here at Astronaut High School. And a side kick right there. You're going to drop to the 45-yard line, and that is
And right now, Port Orange offensively doing whatever they want to do, and now this will be the first drive of Suntree Viera here in the third quarter. So, got to see if they made any adjustments offensively in order to get something going. 7:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Sends Fox in motion, fakes the toss, and there's Fox. Fox with the reception. Fox makes a man miss, and he'll be brought down, but not before picking up a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. Kellen Fox.
Kellen Fox was the ball carrier, and that'll move the chains now for the Viera Hawks.
So, again, starting it off, I think getting McWinn's confidence up. A little short underneath pass, allowing Fox to go out and just make a play. McWinn in the gun. Sends a man in motion. McWinn fires, and it's going to be incomplete. There we go. Apologize for that, folks. The signal just disappeared out of nowhere. But we're back.
Ball placed at the 38-yard line. Second down. Actually, the 39-yard line.
6:21 left to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Suntree Viera. Going back to the I formation. And this time they give it to Brian Moss. Moss slipping through some tackles. And Port Orange kept that gain to a bare minimum, maybe a yard. 3rd and 9 here.
Come on, Viera, you got this. Let's go. 3rd and about 12 now.
Oh, check that. 3rd and 12. He lost a yard on that run. Thank you for the kind words. McWynn sends Fox in motion. McWynn looks, fires. Scott not able to get much of anything. As it was number 19 on the reception. It's Brody Pulliam. But it's going to it'll pick up a couple of yards, but will still bring up 4th down and about 7 or 8. With 4:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Here we go. 4th down, and he gives it off to Fox. Fox fires, and he was looking for Pulliam. And that'll be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for Port Orange.
4:25 left to go in the third quarter. 14-0 is your score.
The option was there. Again, 14-0. Port Orange leads and now has the ball. 4:25 left to go here in the third quarter. And coming out since the middle of the second quarter, the Port Orange Hawks have been able to do practically whatever they want. Run the football. They've been able to throw the football across the defense. It's an excellent game plan here by Port Orange.
Back to the action now. Port Orange Hawks in possession of the ball. In the shotgun.
And Washington with the toss. And Washington.
Barrels over past the 40-yard line, just to the 45. Second and 5.
That'll be a big 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 here. And there's a handoff to number 6. That's Riley. Riley picks up a Port Orange first down and then some.
50-yard line. Big number 6, he did that one.
John Riley is
John Riley.
been surging today from that running back position.
He has moved the chains for the Port Orange Hawks.
3:20 left to go. Port Orange leads 14-0. Fires. He's got a man. It's caught. And down inside the 2-yard line. And that's going to be number 3 on the reception, Christian Williams.
Williams was the receiver.
And right now, first and goal to go at about the 4-yard line. Pumps, fires to the end zone, incomplete, overthrows his receiver. Bring up second and goal here. Again, inside the 5. .239 left to go here in the third quarter. If the Hawks want to make a comeback in this game, it's going to have to start with the defense getting a stop right here in the Washington gives it off to Riley. Riley makes a man slip. No, he doesn't. See who is on the tackle there, Phil. Turn around so I can see his jersey. That's number 8. And that's Brian Moss with the tackle on Riley. About 2:10 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Looking, fires. Great defense. That was a great stop there. I believe that was number 44. Bryce Hudkins with great coverage on the receiver. Washington calls for the snap. Washington surveying. He's pressured, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. And he'll be knocked back to the 20-yard line. Turnover on downs, and the Hawks defense gets the stop they need. And that was Schmadeke who got in for the sack. One 1:53 left to go here in the third quarter. Schmadeke, the up back. Moss, the deep back. And there's a fumble. Ball's on the ground. And that's now 2 turnovers created by the Port Orange defense. 2 fumble recoveries.
Great defensive play by the Port Orange Hawks. First and goal to go.
First and goal now for Port Orange with 1:44 left to go here in the third quarter. And it just seems like anything that can go wrong has gone wrong for Suntree Viera. Washington hands off. Play is stopped by whistles. That is offsides on Suntree Viera. So that'll be a half the distance penalty.
First and goal to go for the Port Orange Hawks.
Washington hands off there, number 12, fighting his way through and into the end zone. Touchdown! Alexander Creasy gets into the end zone. So Riley has reached the end zone. Alexander Creasy has now reached the end zone. And Caden Anderson have all reached the end zone for the Port Orange Hawks. And the kick is up and good. And it's 22-0 with 1:25 left to go here in the third quarter. And Creasy's had himself a day both offensively and defensively for Port Orange here. He's been on a couple pass breakups. He has been he actually forced the first fumble back in the first half. $1:25 left to go here in the third quarter, and shallow kick in. I'll be honest. Player looked like he was shocked the ball came to him. But the Port Orange was looking to try to get an onside kick and try to speed up this game. Thank you, Miss Pearl. McWynn drops back to pass, steps up, and he keeps his balance somehow. Now calling his own number and taken down out of bounds. And that's going to be a late hit. A late hit flag might be coming in. So we're waiting here. So I all right, so now that with a 15-yard personal foul penalty, that'll move the Hawks move Suntree Viera into Port Orange territory. McWynn out of the gun, drops back to pass, fires, and it's caught. It's caught, number 12 on the reception. That's Lucas Avanzado. Avanzado with the reception. And once again, the Hawks are back in the red zone, but now can they put points on the board? Suntree Viera has been in the red zone twice before and come up with no points. Can they put points on the board with this red zone trip? There's Fox in motion. Kellen was looking at Fox, rolling right. That's going to be a holding penalty. And holding on the offense. So that'll back him up 10 yards. And this is looking very, very reminiscent of the first drive of the game for Suntree Viera, getting into the red zone and then a penalty setting them back. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. Score is Port Orange 22, Suntree Viera Hawks 0, We'll be back with fourth quarter action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, we're set to begin the fourth quarter here.
Let's go, Junior, let's go!
All right, back to the action. Fresh set of digits up on the clock.
Start of the fourth quarter. McQuinn looking, pumps, steps up, and he will be wrapped up and brought down.
Yard line. The pocket closed in.
Pocket collapsed there on McQuinn. Christian Robinson was the leader of the Port Orange Hawks on that sack. Coming up on 9:20 left to go here in the fourth. Clock not the Suntree Viera's best friend right now. McQuinn pumps, fires, incomplete. He was hit as he was thrown, and then he took a shot as he threw that football, which led that pass to go into the middle of that defense. Timeout being called by Suntree Viera. And McQuinn just he's showing toughness. He's taken some hits. Other than his pass to, I believe it wasn't Fox. It was Lucas Avanzado. Other than that pass, it's been McQuinn's legs that have had the biggest offensive impact. Port Orange has shut down Derek Schmadicke. They came in with a defensive game plan saying Derek was not going to beat them, and they were going to force McQuinn to beat him with the arm.
The 14U matchup happening between the Hawks.
Drops back to pass, and he will be taken down. Couldn't even get the pass off, and that'll be a sack. That's a new quarterback. It's number 17, Brody Timchuk. And he Johnson for Port Orange was the one who will be credited with the sack. Timchuk now sends Fox in motion. And Fox is going to take it himself, and he'll be brought down immediately by number 22, John Wheeler on the tackle.
And the Port Orange Hawks will take possession of the ball right there at the 35-yard line. 8:09 left to go. Keep in mind, folks, the winner of this game will play at 10 o'clock in Lake Mary. They'll be playing against the Mid-Florida Conference.
Winner of this game moves on to play in Lake Mary, I believe, next weekend. Washington fires incomplete.
It is incomplete.
.803 left to go here in the game. Sends a man in motion, and now he's going to give it off. It's going to be John Riley. It's going to be number 10 on the tackle. That's Matthew Wolf. And right now, Port Orange seems very content just to run the football, run out the clock. Up 3 scores.
Timeout on the field. Port Orange Hawks.
Again, for the Port Orange Hawks, Alexander Creasy has reached the end zone. John Riley has reached the end zone. And who was it? Caden Anderson also reached the end zone for Port Orange. I'd like to thank everyone from the Suntree Viera Hawk Youth Football Program who have continuously brought BSN back to their program for the last few years. I've spent many a Saturdays with this organization and loved every moment of it. Washington looking for the screen pass, and that'll be incomplete. We'd like to thank the Suntree Viera Football Organization for sponsoring this broadcast. And again, we'd like to thank them for their support over the years. They've been one of the first ones to reach out every youth football year requesting BSN services. Screen pass on 4th down.
Just past the 40-yard line where his head fell off.
And that'll be a turnover on downs there for Port Orange.
And it has been placed back on, so he's in good shape.
Tyler Mick, appreciate the kind words. Always appreciated your guys' hospitality, and again, many a great Saturdays over the last few years have been spent at Viera Regional Park.
Just around the 43-yard line, they'll take over 1st and 10.
Fires, it's going to be caught.
Trying to get a little run room, taken out of bounds. Flags are flying.
And flag. I think that we're going to get roughing the passer. Roughing the passer is the call, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. 6:58 left to go here in the game. And right now, you focus on erasing that 0. And there's Fox. Fox tries to get to the outside, and and
Second and long now for the Viera Hawks. 6:23, clock is ticking.
McQuinn back in at quarterback, and I'll tell you on that last screen pass, he took a shot just as he released the football. This young athlete's tough. Under center. Drops back. Fires to the end zone, and it's intercepted. It's going to be intercepted.
And the Port Orange Hawks take possession of the ball.
And that's going to be number 9 on the interception, Tyree Williams.
So the Port Orange Hawks will take possession deep in their own territory. First and 10 now going the other way. 5:47 is what.
And it'll be first and 10 from about the 2-yard line. .547 left to go in the game. And they're giving it to Riley. Check, that's not Riley. That's a new running back, and he picks up a huge gain. That's number 12. Alexander Creasy, and right now things are getting chippy on both sides. Look, and I think coaches are taking a timeout.
Timeout on the play.
Yes, he is. Your grandson is very tough, and well, what happened when you didn't see at the bottom of the play? He got up and fell on it. He fell trying to get up off the ground, and so the running back took that as, oh, he's just getting an extra hit. So that's kind of why he's like, hey, get off.
Shaquille Weston, you can hear my voice. We have your card here in the booth.
Again, I think in the timeout, both coaches are reiterating no need to do anything.
5:33 left to go in the ball game. 22-0.
5:33 left to go. Port Orange leads 22-0. And there's the running back, and there's Riley. John Riley with an emphatic run.
Good solid run there by that young man, John Riley. He's been doing that all night. And off once again.
And he'll be brought down.
It'll be second and about 15.
And Jace Brooks, we're not going to tolerate that comment. Washington drops back to pass, fires, And his knee was down, so he will catch that right where he caught it. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 now for Port Orange. 4:11 left to go in the game. Cherry Hall gives their shout out to, and referee just threw all sorts of flags, and I think it's going to be a sideline warning on the Hawks, on Suntree Viera Hawks. Looking, fires, and it's caught. And there's number 3. That's Christian Williams. He's had himself a day through the air.
Kirsten Williams was the receiver, and that's going to move the chains for the Port Orange Hawks. 1st and 10. Now they are in Viera territory.
And
29, and the clock is ticking.
3:26 left to go, and timeout taken, I believe, by Port Orange. I think someone's taking exception to actions and body language, and they are running their regular offense, trying to put one more score on the board. $22-0. So Port Orange is going to go back-to-back in championships.
Port Orange Hawks, 1st and 10.
Washington now going to carry it on his own, and he'll be brought down. And there's another flag, and this is not what you need here, folks. The game was getting chippy between student athletes, and now you have coaches running on the field. This is not what you need from either program. And I won't disagree. $3:17 left to go in the game. And the referees have called the game, ladies and gentlemen. The referees have called the game. The game is over. And so congratulations to the So Port Orange will go back-to-back on championships. And
You better not do anything. You don't say nothing. You don't do nothing.
yep. So,
Junior, you don't say nothing. You don't do nothing.
and folks, with that, we're going to end the broadcast. Thank you to Suntree Viera for all their great support of Brevard Sports Network. I greatly have appreciated your support. And again, congratulations to Port Orange. And with that, the clock has run out. It's officially gone 0. Congratulations to Port Orange for everyone involved with everyone who's supported us. We appreciate you. Have a great night, and let's continue to have a great sports week.